Today we're going to look at slope as gradient. So you might have seen a sign like the one to the right at the top of the cut as you're going down from the upper levels down to the Ironworkers Bridge. And it's a warning sign. It's a warning sign for big trucks, really, meaning there's a pretty steep hill, so you want to be careful. And what this sign represents is the grade of the road. And the grade of the road, or the grade, is the slope of a physical feature such as a road or hill, and it's often expressed as a percent. Again, the bigger the number, the steeper the hill or road. So here's a formula for the grade. The grade is equal to rise over run times 100%. So again, the rise over the run is the slope, and when we multiply that fraction or a number by 100%, then it becomes a percent. An example of, of determining the slope of a road, the slope of a hill, we're going to use that example above. And we are going to determine the slope as a fraction and then the slope of this road as an angle. So we know that slope is equal to rise over run. And in our new formula, we know slope, again, in terms of grade, is rise over run times 100. And the grade of this road is 7%. And rise over run is our slope. So I guess given that I'm saying slope twice, maybe let's change this to grade, and that's probably, so I'm not saying slope twice. So grade is equal to rise over run times 100%, and in this case right here, our grade is 7 times rise over run. I'll leave the percentage out, and we want to isolate. We want to determine the slope of the road. Remember, the slope of the road is rise over run. So basically, algebraically, what we're going to do is we're gonna move this 100 over to the other side. And the way we move it is we undo a multiplication, and we undo a multiplication with a division. And what that gives us is that the rise over run, which is equal to our slope, as we've discussed before, is equal to 7 over 100. In order to express this grade as an angle of elevation, we're going to use our tangent ratio as slope. So tangent of an angle is equal to this, and then we push the button on our calculator. The angle of elevation is equal to the inverse tangent of 7 over 100. And when we push that button on our calculator, a grade of 7% means that the steepness, the angle of elevation of that road is 4 degrees.